Just to mic check this testing. We got Zamboni. Got a couple laps left here, and we'll get our game going here at Woodbury and Prior Lake. So yeah, for on this end, testing 1 2 testing. No, can't hear it back, which is fine. I don't need to hear it. It's fine if it's on. We're good. Yep. All right. So heads up. All right. Lakers are going to be ready to go today. You can tell the boys. You can see them around the hotel. They look like they're ready to go. So played Woodbury in a scrimmage a couple weeks back. It's our first scrimmage, and the guys, it was game one. So um, they ended up in the game with Woodbury in that scrimmage. 1-0 down after one period, and then Woodbury popped like 2-3 goals in on us, and the team just kind of shut down a little bit. Ended up losing, I think, 8-1 or something like that as a final, 7 or 8-1. But this will be a different game. The boys have improved quite a bit already in the last, 3 to 4 weeks since they've been started practicing. So that was so early on. It's really hard to gauge, and we were missing a couple players too, which throws our lineup off quite a bit too. So sure they're going to be ready to play. I know the message after yesterday from the coaching staff was to come out strong right away. Yesterday's game, the boys looked great in the second and third period and ended up really taking it to Elk River, but we came out a little bit slow start. So obviously that's going to be one of the point of emphasis for the coaching staff and the team today is to come out ready to play, get after them right away. We can't do what we did yesterday with Woodbury and take a chance on them putting a couple 2 or 3 in on us right away. So come out fast and try to get the first goal of the game and get after them. I wonder how far they go too. They go down further. I might like test to see how far down it goes. If I cut out on the mic here, just testing it real quick before the guys hit the ice or warm ups and see how far. Mark's got a great setup and gets all set up with the wireless mic. Trying to test how far away I can be. I can do in between the period player interviews. Go down and get the boys' perspective on the game. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure the coaches wouldn't like that. It's just a distraction. Go interview Coach Leathers during the game. We're getting all set, ready to go. A little bit behind schedule today. But sometimes that happens in the tournaments. They end up getting a little bit behind. Was still working all the way down there? Yeah. A little bit. We get to that 50 feet or so. Probably is. Right. Yeah. I thought about that. Yeah. This face-off is presented. We're just wait for the ZAM doors to close, and then we'll get going here. Like I said, for Prior Lake is going to be the fast start. I'm sure that's what they're looking for, and make sure we hit this ice flying today. Get a good warm up in. And I'm standing here too. You can still get over there, right, without me being in your way. No, that's it. You're good. But yeah, don't get too much further though if I'm in here. Okay. All right. So I think we kind of lucked out on the schedule too so far in the tournament. Played a game yesterday at 4 o'clock, and then the guys had a chance to get some dinner and get to bed at a decent time and play again for our second game at here at 1 o'clock. So good schedule for the Lakers. I know some of the teams I was looking at the tournament, 32 teams in this tournament at the PW AA level. So if you check out Youth Hockey Hub website, you can see it's a kind of a 16-team split, two-sided bracket, and the winning teams come through to the middle to meet each other. So real tournament, bracket tournament, not pool play. And pool play, if you have 4 teams in a pool, you still maybe can come out of that pool as the second seed and go into semifinals with a smaller tournament, 8 teams in the tournament. Still maybe be able to make that semifinal game as even a second seed out of your pool and still make to the championship. But this tournament's set up a little different with 32 teams in it. You lose and you definitely can't make it to that winning bracket side. Yep. Woodbury's going to be tough competition. They've got a good team. Like I said, we scrimmaged them earlier in the season. It was our first game of the year, and they've got some good players. Really shifty, good with the puck, move the puck well, and playing together for a while. So got a bunch of kids that play Team Minnesota, Blades, kind of all over. Pro Hybrid, obviously. Sikic, that program over there in Woodbury's done a great job with that Pro Hybrid program over the years. So a lot of talent over there on that side of town, and going to put the Lakers to a little bit of a test today. But I know the boys are up for it, and we all know that it's not like Woodbury's not beatable. That's for sure. I think we can, so far from what I've seen, the teams we played, that we can beat any one of them if we play our game. Unfortunately for the weekend, kind of found out that we're going to be missing Connor Purinton for the weekend, so that hurts our bench too. It's always nice to have Connor on the ice, helping our team out back on that backside. So hopefully good things for Connor, and he gets well soon and gets back on the ice. We're all cheering him on from this side of things too, and hoping he gets better soon. Yeah, like I said before, keys to this game would really be the speed. Woodbury plays at a high level of speed, so we really got to bring it today and be ready to go from the start. Come out with a fast start, be flying, get our feet moving, and just get after them. They got a couple of guys that are decent sized players, but for the most part, they got some smaller, craftier kids on this team. Good hands, and hopefully we can get a little body on them, play a little physical, and pick up that part of our game a little bit, and be able to take them off of their game a little bit. It kind of depends. You wonder about the crews and the refs and how they're going to call the game sometimes. And as a player, you just need to, play through that either way. Sometimes you get calls your way and sometimes you don't. That's kind of the way it works out in this game. I think in every sport that if you look at it over the course of a season, instead of looking at it from a finite scale, you look at it over the big picture in the season, and sometimes you're going to get calls your way and sometimes you're not. I think the biggest thing for the boys is to learn to play through that adversity if there is some, and understand that maybe next game you get some calls your way and you're on the other side of it. So we've got about 40 seconds left in warm-ups here, and then get this game started. scoring for the Lakers, we've been pretty evenly distributed throughout the lineup. Got some D getting involved with it in the game with putting the pucks in the net and feeding people and forwards as well. And the scoring, I think, has been pretty spread out, which I do like to see that. We don't need it so one or two guys are the only guys producing for the team. Want to be a team that moves the puck well to each other and finds that open guy, and that scoring gets a little more evenly distributed throughout the team. So I like to see that. PriorLake in their light jerseys again. I think they did a real nice job with that jersey this year. It's a little off-white and navy in it. Woodbury wearing their darks. The PriorLake's on the home bench. Looks like the boys are getting set up for starting lineups. We'll get through the pregame festivities here. Our starting lineup tonight, we have Graham Sterling in net. Looks like they're going to start with Leather's line. The line's a little bit mixed up. Just missing a player kind of throws their lines off a little bit. So I think yesterday they were rolling two centers and sets of wings, and But yeah, Graham Sterling in net, Brax Bartlett playing on left D, Bryson Nolan right D, Caleb Leathers playing centering Andrew Thielen and Chase Langley. So here we go. Let's play hockey. PriorLake's going to win that draw back, D to D. Brax Bartlett looking for the middle, and nice stick there from Chase Langley to come in and quick dish over to Leathers, moves it over. Oh, just missed that pass over to Thielen. Good opportunity right from the start from the Lakers. Right out of the gate, we get a good 2-on-1 there and good opportunity, so let's keep that up. Anders Thielen in on the puck in the corner there. He's going to look. We got Leathers behind the net, moves it back to Leathers, comes right back up the wall, though, to the Woodbury guys. They chip it out. Chipped by Noel, but Brax Bartlett's right there to recover and get it up the boards. Now we're going to take the puck, and Leathers going to bring it around our net. Looking for a little stretch play to the weak side. Brings it up the strong side there. They wave that off for icing. Thielen probably got a little touch on the stick there, so he goes in on the attack in the Woodbury D zone. Stearns over here, digging for the puck. Woodbury moves it up. Good whistle there from Graham Sterling. That guy's really late to come in there and hit our goalie, so looks like Max Neese down there didn't really like that. I don't blame him. The guy comes in there and smacks at Graham Sterling well after he had the puck covered. Guys are still young. When they get older, that kind of behavior will start something, especially under goalie. So Stearns out there now with Neese, and can't tell who's over there in left wing for us. Kind of a little drop D zone coverage there. It leads to Woodbury getting a shot. They shoot wide. Up to the point there for Woodbury. Looking low to high, get a shot on goal. Stearns picks it up down low and is able to get it up and just turns it over up there to Neese. Now Volpe is on it over there on the right side, chips it up out of the zone. At least it clears the zone, and Woodbury's going to go on that regroup. That's one thing I noticed about their play last time is their regroup is really good. So their transition game back at us, it comes quick. Woolley's going to pick up the puck in the corner, move it up to Volpe, gets it up to Stearns. He's going to come down the bench side here, get kind of hooked a little bit. Gets it, gains the zone here, looking for somebody, moves it over to Neese. Neese tries to take backhand shot, misses the net. Now Woodbury's coming up out of their zone. Moved over to the weak side here. They're coming down the left side. Woodbury got good job from Dom coming back to cover until it gets a little beat on the wall, but recovers over there. And Woodbury Leathers grabs the puck in the corner and moves it up here to Dahl. He's going to move it across to Dom. Dom's going to cross that line, move it back over to Dahl. I was looking for some help down there, down low. Looking to move it up top. Just goes off a guy's skate, and Woodbury comes up out of their zone. He's just going to get it deep and make the line change here. So Sterling's going to get a whistle on that. Going to make sure we're clearing those guys out from in front of the net, even after that puck goes. And we know Graham's going to cover that, or Darian for that matter, and make sure we're keeping anybody from getting in there and getting a stick on our goalie. The Leathers out there now with Dahl, and it's shot in the point, tipped in front by Woodbury with face-off play for them. They win that face-off, they get the first goal of the game. Good face-off win for Woodbury. They bring it back and get a shot, some traffic in front, a tip down low. I don't think Graham saw much of that one, and Lakers are down one. Need a quick response from Lakers here. Make sure not let this one go. Stearns and Thielen, Langley out there now. Woodbury's just going to dump it in deep. Brax Bartlett chasing after it in the corner, moving up the wall. The Anders Thielen does a nice job of taking that guy out, keeping from making the play. But Woodbury D just dumps it in and rings it around. Back down low again for Woodbury. Stearns picks it up, moves it over to Anders. Thielen's going to move it over to Langley, coming across to a neutral zone. Coming to the zone now. He can get it to the middle of the ice. He tries to do that. Langley still got it down the corner. He's got D open. Moves it up top, pulling it up top. Moves it down to Thielen, and Thielen takes a shot, moves up. Puck's still loose. So puck's still loose there. Guys are digging, which they have a right to do. Kind of looked like it was possible if that puck ended up getting pushed in. The boys put their arms up like they scored, but I think the goalie did keep it from going across the line. The Leathers out here now, and Ross pushing those guys out of the face-off circle. I was just going to try to win that draw back. They do get it back to Knoll. Knoll moves it over to the wall to Thielen. Thielen tries to move to the middle, and Woodbury takes control of that puck. Move it over to the side. Now Woodbury's going to move it back behind their net. Look for some stretch in that wing, too. There's a stretch wing from Woodbury on that play. So Lakers going to have to be aware of that if they're sending that weak side wing all the time. So Woodbury takes puck in the neutral zone. They're going to start their regroup. Move it over to the side. Good read there from Thielen. Breaks up that play and moves it back to Bartlett. Bartlett's going to move it up to Leathers. Leathers to Thielen. Thielen comes in the zone. He's got Leathers trailing. Takes a shot on goal from the outside. Pretty routine save there for the goalie. Yeah, the boys, shots on the outside like that, we tend to kind of take a lot of them. It's late in the shift, so I get it. Better to get a shot than nothing on that. But we do got to try to get to the middle of the ice there. Those shots on the outside, the goalie's just too good these days to so Stearns off the face-off, walks the guy, moves it over to Volpe, and goalie makes a good save there. Sorry, that was Neist. Now Woodbury coming through the zone here. They're going to try to get a shot off or on them, stick on them. But they still end up with the puck. Now Volpe's going to grab that puck behind the net. He's getting hooked a little bit there. No call from the ref, unfortunately. It's really unfortunate when plays like that happen, and then it's almost a goal on us because of a missed call down there on a hook. Clearly getting hooked behind the net, can't make the play that he wants to make, and now it looks like the ref's calling both guys, so we're going to be 5-on-5 still, a little pushing after the whistle, whatever leads to coincidental penalties on Max, Neist, and Woodbury guy. Like I was saying, though, it's unfortunate when you see a play like that. It seems so minor, but those hooks and those holds like that, it just prevents the player from being able to do what he wants to do, and the guy that's doing it is out of position. It's really kind of unfortunate that a lot of youth referees are just not seeing that, not calling. It's like if a guy goes down, then they'll call it, but if he gets hooked and it impedes him, it's still just as important. I mean, that puck ends up in the back of our net there after getting hooked behind the net and no call. It's just you're affecting the game by not making the call. So we're 5-on-5. Woodbury's going to grab it up top, move it down. PriorLake's kind of spread out a little bit. Get on these guys a little quicker. Looks like we're playing more kind of containing them and get after the puck a little bit. And Woodbury's going to carry it out front, try to stuff it in on Graham, but he stops him. Going to keep it out the perimeter again until Lakers are able to get control of the puck and grab it. And we got Dom moving to cross over to Dahl. D to D for Woodbury, and they look for that weak side. Good regroup for them. It's one of their strong points of their game, like I said earlier. PriorLake's going to come out of the zone here. It looks like Brax Bartlett coming in down the left side. He moves the puck, moving to the middle. He's got some room now right up the gut. A couple good sticks in the Woodbury D, take him out. But Bartlett still has it, tries to move it up front to Dom, and it gets broken up. And now Woodbury's coming up out of their zone to the neutral zone. Woodbury move it over to the side. We got two guys on him, so we should get control of that puck. Looks like we did, and push it out into the neutral zone. And then Woodbury grabbed it again. So a little back and forth, kind of throwing the puck around. PriorLake's going to send that puck all the way down for an icing, and we'll have a face-off on the left side of Graham Sterling down here. 8 minutes left in the first period. 0-1 Woodbury. It's Stearns, Langley, and looks like Thielen out there, Berryman, and Antilla on D. So good breakout from these guys. Try to move it up, just misses that. Stearns able to pick it up and get to it. He's going to at least get this puck deep in the zone there. So it breaks up, goes to Thielen. Thielen's got a nice chance to take a shot there. He had that right side. Good look on that shot. Puts it off the crossbar. And good job by Thielen covering for D. And Berryman's going to pick it up behind the net, move it back up on that strong side to Thielen. He's under a lot of pressure with three guys around him, but he's still able to battle through and get that puck and move it up. Just a little bit missed pass there for PriorLake. It's one of the things we kind of talked about before the game is just those passes being on the tape. Just if they huge difference in the game if we can put those pucks on tape and instead of too far in front or too far behind the guy. Langley picks up in the corner, moves it out to D. Berryman's going to get a chance to shoot. Gets a nice low shot up, sitting there, rebound there for Stearns. He grabs it right in the net. Does a good job. Look at back out to Berryman again. Gets some traffic in front. Another good shot. And the goalie does a good job for Woodbury of smothering that thing up and keeping any rebound. But that's what we need. Low to high like that. Move it up to the D. Good low shot. Couple good low shots in Berryman. I like that. Big proprietor of shooting the puck low, below the knee. And low, it's much better chance of getting through that traffic. Goalies don't get a look at it, can deflect off somebody, and never know what's going to happen. Boys want to shoot the puck and go bar down all the time, but higher percentage of scoring if they end up putting that puck a little lower. So good shift there for Prior Lake. Got a crossbar on that one, couple good scoring opportunities. So another play there looked a little bit suspect, but Prior Lake picks it up. Leathers behind the net now. He's going to move it up to Neese. Neese got some room. He's got Volpe on the far side. Volpe comes in, makes a nice little move around the guy. Puck goes in the corner. He's going to be the first one there. So Volpe's going to pick it up, move it to Neese. Neese to move it to Leathers on his backhand, unfortunately, so he's to try to pull it over his forehand and get a shot. D's right there to break it up. Leathers over there on the half wall now. Moves to the middle. Nobody there. Woodbury picks it up, and they're going to chip it up out of their zone. Again, good job from Prior Lake here. Shutting them down, and puck just kind of bounces over Norcren's stick and takes a funny bounce off the boards there. So Woodbury gets it back up and is going to get it to Sterling. He's trying to use his glove there instead of using his stick to stop that puck. I'd rather see him use his stick to stop it first and then glove that for the whistle. Woodbury's going to come out of the corner here, put it in, almost scored there. Guy missed the net by a little bit, kind of walked right out of the corner, took a backhand shot, and got to get that guy, make sure he's not just walking like that without being touched. So now we change lineup here and get Stearns and looks like Dom and Dahl out there with, is it Antilla? I can't tell. The D. Looks like Antilla and, Noel and Bartlett on D. Noel's going to grab the puck behind that, move it up to Dahl. Dahl moves up to Stearns. He's going to misplays it. Can't get the puck out there. But we're all over them there in their zone. So it's going to go across to Dom. Dom's going to get some time. He's got Dahl shooting up. He's got Stearns on the far side. Hits him coming through. Stearns comes in, moves it back to Dahl. Good shot. Nice goal. Dahl, nice play there from all the way. When you look at that play again, I like to rewind on that play and go back to that breakout. Nice breakout. Puck across to Dom. He's got time. Moves it up to Stearns, and Stearns drops it back to Dahl, and Dahl takes a nice shot down the corner. I think that might be Dahl's maybe first one. No, he's got another one before that. But great play from the boys. Tie it up here 1-1 with 5:36 left in the game. So that's what we needed. Good response to get this game back to an even game here and get the Lakers a little momentum here. So such a huge thing to get that confidence back and be able to know that we can play with these guys. Some good sauce pass there from Brax up to Langley. Langley's going to walk down and take a shot. He shoots it over the net. That's what I'm talking about with that shot. Everybody trying to go bar down and rather have them shoot low and hit the net. Anders Thielen going to move back to D, and Tills gets that, moves across the Bartlett. Good shot. Tip by Leathers. Puck loose, and Leathers buries it again. Excuse me. Again, great play from the Lakers. Good puck movement all the way from Thielen, moving that puck up to Noel. Noel moves across to Bartlett. Bartlett shot there, and again, traffic in front of the net. It's huge. The Lakers are catching on to that, getting those shots from the point, and getting a couple guys in front of the net. Good things can happen. You get tips, rebounds, screens on the goalie, and then those rebounds just sitting there. So good job by Leathers to stay on that puck and bang that one home. And 2 goals from the Lakers in the last 30 seconds of the game, and now they're up 2-1. I think the refs just shut that one down. They want to try to make sure that the guys are staying outside the circle. There's a little bit of creeping in from the boys. Which, as a referee, you don't want that too much either. Guys taking you out from behind. So Bartlett to Noel. Noel moves it up. Good play off the wall from Andrews. Get it to Leathers. He uses his stick to chip it in the zone at least. And Langley's going to go on there and attack. Come ringing around here to Bartlett. Bartlett's going to get a shot off. Oh, Langley almost got his stick on that for a tip. Again, good job on the guys in the forecheck. Thielen in there on that puck. And Woodbury is able to get it out and move it across. They're going to be offside on that play. 13 right in the middle just went offside just slightly, so good call by the refs. Got to give them credit for their good calls when they make them. If sometimes anybody that's listening out there, if you do, maybe a little critical with the refs. I did ref a few hockey games in my time, so I do have a little bit of experience with that. And just have a little high expectation of those guys to just put the effort forth in the game, that to match the same effort the players are putting into the game. Good chip by Stearns down the ice. He's going to go on the attack. Wolf out there with him too. Stearns is digging for that puck and still with him, with that guy. Still trying to dig on that forecheck. It's then Neese able to pick it up. The guy turns right in at our guys. Now we got two guys right out front. Bolt hits Neese in front, and Max can't quite control that puck. And what opportunity there for us to get ahead by a couple goals maybe there, but we'll get more. Bolt's going to pick it up, looking to find somebody through the middle. Moves it. I'm sorry, that's a check, but they're not going to call that either, which fine with as long as it goes both ways. Berryman's going to come out and get that puck at the blue line. We're clear of the line, so Berryman's going to come across. He's kind of all alone, so good shot on goal goes off of Woodbury's guys. Good choice there to shoot. No other option for Berryman, and we're making a line change, so get that shot. It gets it deep and get a shot on goals. Leather's all over it here. Woodbury kind of, you can tell, a little scrambling now a little bit because they're down, and it's a total mental thing for the boys and how they play. So PriorLake can just stay on them like this, and it'll be good. And move it over. Good play to Woodbury to move that puck over to the side. Good stick there from, I think it was Berryman over there, gets his stick on the guy. Good D play from Berryman there to keep that guy from shooting. There's that shot from the point now for Woodbury, trying to do the same thing, low to high, and get traffic in front. Leather's going to pick up that puck on the wall and just chip it out like that too. It's going to be on net, so the goalie has to make a play on that, and Dahl's all over him down there, just relentless on that forecheck. So Woodbury is able to get the puck out, move it out in the neutral zone, but Leathers is right there and going to chip it down low again and not going to make it for icing. So PriorLake's going to make a line change, get fresh legs out here. Feeling on the forecheck. Stearns right there too. Woodbury does a good job of getting that puck up to their guy and getting it deep in the zone, and Sterling's we got to get that guy out of there. That's the third time that they come in there and poke at our goalie after he's stopping the puck. So it's tough for the boys because they want to stay disciplined, though, you know what I mean, and not just go after that guy and throw at him, you know what I mean, and end up in the box. And it's tough, though, because they're coming in and poking on the goalie like that late in the game. Might be worth a conversation with the officials at some point from the coaching staff to talk to the refs. So I'd say, hey, just stop that guy from doing that, please. Shouldn't be poking in there when our goalie has the puck. It's only going to cause problems. Langley with the puck now over on the left wall. Goes back to D. Can't tell on the glass or who's out there. It looks like it's Norgren moves it up. Moving it up to Langley on the forecheck now. Good job by Woodbury D to evade that guy and move it up through the neutral zone. Oh, little turnover there. Tough place to turn that puck over. Woodbury right there, but we get control of it again, and Norgren's going to come down the ice looking to make plays. Got Stearns trailing him too, and comes in, tries to dangle around the guy, and the D plays that well, just straight up. Here's that stretch pass again. Unclesby kind of looking for Woodbury to get that stretch play again. Woodbury takes the puck, rings around. No one really knows where it is, but now Langley should be the first one there. Gets his stick on, a little 50-50 puck down there. Lakers, again, Woodbury comes off the wall. The puck moves to the middle. Good opportunity for them. And Graham Sterling's got that puck. This is going to cause a lot of, this is what I'm saying with the sticks on the goalie. I mean, Woodbury's doing a good job. You got to give them credit. They're going to the net hard. They're going to keep going to the net hard. And it's okay. It's part of the game. But we have to also protect our goaltender and make sure that they're not able to get in there, which I think the Lakers are doing a pretty good job of that overall. Just making sure they kind of box everybody out and keep those guys from getting. Obviously, it's part of the game, you know. A little gamesmanship there. You get in on their goalie and get in his head, rattle him a little bit, you know. See a lot of hockey teams over the years that go to the net hard, and it's something as a referee you have to kind of make a mental note of that. If you're going to have a team that's going that hard to the net, you know, it's better be aware of that. But if they do make that late contact with the goalie, that got to make that call. If you don't make that call, it's going to be major problems later on in the game, which we'll see if that happens here. So good job by PriorLake on that. Oh, almost get it. Max Neese gets it, tries to clear it, but doesn't get enough on it, and Woodbury's able to keep it in. And now they score from that turnover right at the blue line. It's play it. Puck's got to get out. And he's got time and space there to be able to get that puck out. Unfortunately, I'm sure it's not what he was hoping, but it did get out. Woodbury kept it in. They tie it up now 2-2 with 1:14 left in the period. Can't talk about gaining zones, and gaining lines in this game when you really look at it from the standpoint of coming up to the ice. Those blue lines, become really important, and boys will learn that as they get older too. Like gaining the line as you're going into the zone and getting the puck out. When it's that far up there by the blue line, we really got to fight to get those pucks out of our zone, gain those lines. Also, too, when you come down, just gaining those zones, gain the line, gain the next zone, get it deep sometimes, and gain the zone. Obviously, in the game with offsides, I think I mentioned it before, but they have to, we get it out of the zone at least, and then they have to all tag up before they can come back in on us again. So that 6 to 8 feet inside and outside the blue line is an important area to kind of own that space. Stearns out here now on the face-off. Dahl, but almost gets around that guy again. Seems to be his choice of a face-off play is trying to step around him. Dom did a good job of getting in that guy's way to buy some time for Antilla behind the net. Antilla's going to pick it up, move it over to Berryman. Berryman's looking to move it up to the wing to Stern. The Stern's going to truck down the outside. The guy does a nice job getting all body on him there. And Woodbury takes control, but moves it up to the neutral zone. Antilla under a lot of pressure down there. Does a nice job of moving it across. Dom over to Dahl. Dahl's coming in, drops it back to Stern. Stern's going to walk, get a shot off. The goalie doesn't know where it is. It's still loose. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on after the whistle here, both team-wise. Because, like I said, that's what's going to happen when there's nothing being called when the goalies get touched. If one team sees the other team doing it, then they figure, well, if they're getting away with it, we're going to do the same thing too. Good face-off win back to Woolley. Woolley's going to get a shot on goal, tipped wide. Woodbury picks up the puck behind the net. He'll try to move it over to his partner, and Thielen's going to be there to take that one on the wall, move it back behind the net to Langley. Langley's looking for some help. He gets it from Leathers. Langley going to pull the puck out on his forehand there, and look, the D's open here. He's skating up to the D. Want to make that pass to the D, not skate to where they are. Back to Langley in the middle, just missed pass. Still stays on it. And period's over there. Tied 2-2 after one. Good period for the Lakers, so kind of up and down. Started strong and fast, though, from the beginning. We did spot one to Woodbury early on, but good response from the Lakers to come back and put a couple away. Went up 2-1 at one point, and then just let that last one late in the period go. So we got a 2-2 hockey game. Good game so far, evenly matched. And that's what we figured. If both these teams come to play, it could go either way. PriorLake ready to go. And I don't think there's a whole lot that they're looking to change in their game. Just stay on them, and you're always going to have those small things that happen, and just going to play through that. Leathers, Thielen, and Langley going to start for the Lakers. Looks like they're going to change, a matchup with the D's. So they get Woolley and Norgren off, and Bartlett and Knoll out there. So looks like it's number one line for Woodbury out here too. So Thielen moves it back to Knoll. Knoll over to Bartlett. Bartlett's going to chip it up off the boards. Good stick there from the Woodbury guy to break up that play. Take that puck and try to regroup it now for Woodbury. Second period, so nice pass over there. Move it over to the weak side. Woodbury comes down through into our zone, and shot goes over the net. Comes back up top on the corner from Woodbury, moving it around. Leathers going to take control of the puck and move it over to Langley. Broken up by Woodbury. Come through, and now Leathers takes the puck. It's going to lead to a little quick 2-on-1. Move it over to Thielen. That pass would have made a little quicker there. Would have sent Anders on a better angle. Thielen down there digging. Need that F2 in there to get in there right away. Woodbury coming through across the line, trying to make a pass there. They got some guys right in the middle. Puck bounces right out to the middle, and D-zone coverage. You got three Laker guys up on top, above top of the circle. We'll make sure we're keeping that guy down low and helping out down low for him, boys. There's Leathers coming in for support there. Woodbury still gets a puck. They got it behind the net. He tries to stuff it. He does stuff it back there. So just winning those battles down low, getting after that puck in the D zone. They're just giving them too much time and space down there to mess with the puck and set plays up. Guy's able to come around on his backhand side and stuff that in on Sterling there. So tough one for the Lakers there. 3-2 Woodbury here. 12:44 left the second period. A lot of hockey left. Just need to respond like always. Stearns, Volpe, and Neist out here with Woolley and Norgren. Woodbury coming down into the PriorLake zone again. Woolley's on him, digging for it. Gets some help from Stearns down there in the corner. Chips it away, but it goes right to the Woodbury guy. Now Woolley's going to grab it, try to move up to Volpe. Volpe chips it out of the zone, so he'll leave some pressure for a second. Looks like, not sure who's going to call this play. It happened kind of, looks like the Woodbury guy's going to the box the way that the ref was looking at him. There's kind of a little bang against the boards down to our left as play came up to the neutral zone, so I really didn't see what happened, but Woodbury's going to take one here. My guess is Woolley was on that guy all over him. That guy didn't like it too much and gave him a little shot behind the play the ref saw. So PriorLake's going to go on the power play here now for next minute 30. Stearns wins the drawback. Woodbury gets it. Fortunately, face off in the offensive zone and end up Woodbury coming down to us on a quick little play. But got to get on this guy and get a body on him. He's short-handed and he's just trying to kill time. So it's got to be two guys on the puck and gain possession of that. Stearns going to go in there in the corner and grab. He's looking. He's got Volpe over here on the side. Tries to get it to him, but it's a little behind Volpe, so he's going to wait for it. Gives it back to Stearns. Well, Stearns going to try to come in the zone and leaning on that guy. Neist picks up the puck in the corner. He's looking to wheel behind the net here. Moves it up to the point. Norgren up top. Moves it down to Stearns. Stearns looking for Neist in the middle. It's not quite there, but almost worked out. Norgren over to Beard. Beardman's got a little bit of ice, so he's going to take that ice and try to go in with it. But Woodbury guy takes it away and then just chips it out of the zone. So got Norgren going back in our D zone to get it. Woodbury making a full change here, looking to stretch, which we do. Get it up to Leathers here and stretch pass, but can't handle it. And Woodbury takes it and going to move it over and up and out of the zone again. Good job by Dom coming back in that back check to break up that play. Dahl's able to get it, move it to Leathers, come through his speed, moves it back up to Dom and off the guy's skate. Dahl coming across, nice little play, chip it up. D's in bad spot, so he chips it by him. Good play from Dahl there, heads up, moves it to the middle and gets broken up. Dom's going to still grab and take a shot, tipped by their own guy. And almost, again, now it's going to take both Dahl and the Woodbury guy for the extracurricular activities in front of the net. At some point, got to take the guy who's doing it first. Dahl just kind of responded by throwing a punch kind of back at the guy after he got punched for no reason. So it's just that retaliation penalty, and not that I wouldn't do the same thing either. They both go in the box, but again, get the first guy and then you won't have an issue. Can't keep putting coincidental penalties on the board. It doesn't really change anything, and the players aren't going to make any adjustment. Thielen picks up the puck, chip it by, use the boards, gets it up. We're offside right now, so he's got to wait to gain the zone before Langley gets back and just decides to go back and regroup and control the puck. Bartlett got on the wall, moves it up to Langley, tries to move to Leathers, just those missed passes like that, a couple feet in front of him. Bartlett, good stick from Bartlett. Langley picks it up, gets a Woodbury guy, takes it away from him, and kind of walks around a couple guys. And now he's just going to, again, try to kill some time with 5-on-5 here. Woodbury picks it up. D comes in. He's looking. He's got some space in the middle. We both kind of skate by him a little bit there and got to get on that guy in the D zone. We'll put enough pressure on him in the D zone. We're able to get the puck and move it up to Langley. He's going to come in. He's got Thielen over there. Tries to turn around and get it past him. Just doesn't quite connect, but right idea there. There's a call coming from the back referee now. Tough for us to see what happened there, but we got Graham Sterling coming out of the net. Looked like a body check over there, so the Lakers are going to try to control the puck. They got the goalie pulled, and got Stearns out here now as the additional attacker. And we end up Stearns at the middle, takes a shot, goes to Thielen. Thielen Other shots. Lakers got a 6 players with having that. Oh, puck's loose in front. Still not quite in yet, but we'll see what happens here with the punches after the. They're not doing that for either team. Guy next to me wants the goalies protected too. I'd say the same thing. The refs are just letting guys poke at the goalies, and this is the result of it. You're going to have a lot of stuff after the whistle if you don't protect the goalies. It goes both ways. Going to be doing this all night long, just a carousel of guys going to the box for stuff after the whistle. Looks like, I don't know if they're going to just take one guy now or what. We got a penalty up on the board for Woodbury. And only one Woodbury guy going to the box. So it looks like PriorLake's going to have to put a power play on this one. And again, can't blame the Woodbury guy for just trying to protect his goalie, and puck's loose and we're digging whatever. And but both teams are probably feeling like the refs aren't going to call much in front of the net, so just keep digging. Got to start in the first period with those pokes, those late pokes on Graham Sterling, and then the other team's going to start doing that too. But Bartlett's got Thielen down low. Thielen gets a shot off, still loose down there. Good look from Bartlett over there. Face-off win for the Lakers. They move it back to Bryce, and Noel finds Bartlett on the side there and looking for that cross-ice pass to Thielen. Good play there. If we can do that one again, we'll score on it. So again, face-off win. Bartlett going to buy a little bit of time, move it over in the corner to Langley. Langley down the corner, tries to chip it out. Goes the Woodbury guy who's able to clear the zone. Then Bartlett gets it. Wait for everybody to get on sides. He moves it over to Noel. Noel's got some ice. So he's going to move up with it. Move it over to Langley. Langley coming in the zone now, trying to buy some time over there on the half wall. Moves it across over there, gets through to Thielen. Thielen takes a shot over the net. Comes back over to the other side. Now Bartlett keeps in the zone. And Woodbury guy does a good job of getting. We're going to take a tripping penalty here now from reaching. So that's going to got to get control of the puck here and touch it so we can get a whistle. Woodbury's pulling their goalie now. Just reaching instead of skating there. It's going to get you every time. PriorLake just trying to, at this point, let's get the puck and get the whistle here before any more damage is done. Woodbury's charging the zone here, and we do break up the play and get the whistle. So Chase Langley's going to go to box for tripping down there. So 20 seconds left on the the PriorLake power play is going to be canceled out now. And going to be 4-on-4 for 20 seconds. Then for 1:10, Woodbury will have a power play. So I hope the boys understand that 20 seconds they're going to be short-handed, paying attention to the clock, and Stearns out here on the face-off, going to try to draw it back to Berryman. He does get out of the zone, though. He got Dom, and Stearns don't call that. Oh, that's soft. Now they're going to call Dom for another trip, too, just a soft trip. And this is where it's, like, unfortunate to take that penalty now. We're going to be, 4-on-3 for 10 seconds, and just a soft penalty, especially for putting a team down 2 players. And I mean, it's 4-on-4 when the penalty happened, but put a team down 2 players for a 5-on-3 on a soft trip like that. 5-on-3 in hockey is damn near giving the other team a goal. Over across to Woodbury. Good save from Graham. Good look from Woodbury. Stearns going to grab the puck and charge down the ice, try to get around this guy. He's going to use his strength and try to get around. Still got the puck over in the corner, moves it back out to Berryman. Berryman back down. Good stick from the Woodbury guy, though, to break that play up. Berryman's trying to go back down to Stearns again. And we got 5-on-3, so a lot of ice to cover for the PriorLake Lakers. No chase, good sticks in lanes, and block shots. So they get out here and drop a good stick from Stearns. Still goes to the guy, takes a shot, another shot from the good. And Graham's going to try to smother that puck. I don't know why we didn't get that whistle there, but Woodbury still got it, moving it back up top again. Guy walking, easy look for him, and that's what I'm talking about with a 5-on-3 there. It's just such a soft call to put the team down for a 5-on-3 for a weak tripping call in neutral zone. In my opinion, guy should stay on his feet. 44 seconds still left on that second penalty for tripping, so Woodbury's still going to be on the power play here. It's 4-2. Woodbury's up now with 7:21 left in the period. Like I was saying, you just got to be more conscious as a ref when you're making that call to put a team down 5-on-3. It better be a good one. But you get what you get. Woolley's going to do a good job chipping that puck. And it's 5-on-4 here still for 35 seconds left. So the game kind of changed a little bit. And Leather's going to grab it, go outside on the guy, try to get in, gets a good shot. Goalie makes a nice save for Woodbury. And again, Leather's staying on that forecheck hard, trying to get it from him. So Woodbury's able to come up out of the zone. 19 seconds left on their power play now. Woodbury guy moves it across the weak side, and they're going to gain the zone now. Bartlett's there, sticking the lane, and doing a good job. We got a guy open in front for Woodbury, and guys are doing a good job of covering the best. That one ends up going to Sterling's 5-hole there. I think it was a little bit screened there, but it did end up, our angle on it was perfect. I think Bartlett was just trying to move out of the way to give Graham a look at that puck, and just kind of unfortunately screened Sterling a little bit before it came, and he didn't get a great look at it. Went right between his legs. So 5-2 now. Woodbury's up. So again, I keep coming back to that 5-on-3, but this changes the game there. You got a good hockey game going here, and all of a sudden the Lakers trying to kill off that 5-on-3, and we're looking at, instead of being down by a goal, down by 3 now in the last couple minutes. So Bartlett's going to pick that puck up in the D zone, looking to find somebody in the middle, so go over to the weak side. He had time to do that, so job moving over to Bolt. Bolt comes down at 2-on-2 with Stearns. Puck's kind of rolling on him, gets it over to Stearns. Stearns going to get it, take a look who he can get it to, gets it to Bolt behind the net. Neese coming in there too, and Bolt gets shot off, gets broken up. And Woodbury's going to take it, move it across again. Coming in the zone now and tries to chip by the guy and just push right in through him. That's not going to happen. Bartlett. Neese picks it up and moves it up to Stearns now, coming down the left side. Stearns going to look to cut in and get on scoring, moves that puck to the middle, and just a blind pass, no one's there. Woodbury coming up now too. Stearns still digging on that, and Dahl now on the ice doing a good job of back checking on that guy. And Tilla picks it up, makes a nice move around a guy, and he's going to come in the zone now. A little quick 3-on-2. Nice little move from Antilla. What a great play there. He faked like he was going to go to the outside on his backhand there, then coming down as a righty on that left side. A little fake to go outside, got the guy to bite on it, pulled the puck back to his forehand side, and let that shot rip right down low, like just about 10 inches off the ice. And tough place for the goalie to make a save there. Great shot, great play for Antilla all around to read that, step up in the play, get the puck, make a nice little play out in the neutral zone, and nice move down low, good shot. Tough place for the goalie to make a save. It's hard for him to get his glove down there, and hard for him to get his. They automatically going to go down that butterfly, and if you can shoot right above their pad there, good play from Antilla. Chips up to Dom. Dom's going to get it out of his zone. Leathers comes through, just going to get the puck deep, so Dahl can go in there and do his thing. Dahl gets in there on the puck first, and Dom's right behind him on the forecheck. So Woodbury guy coming out of his zone with some speed here too, so we're going to have to get a stick on this guy. He's coming hot. Coming on the outside on us, gets down, nets off right now, so I don't know what this ref's got his arm up from behind the play, so I'm not sure what he's calling behind the play. Looks like he might have PriorLake Leathers for high sticking, I think. It's just something behind the play. It's hard to comment on that, whatever happened, but again, PriorLake's going to kill off a penalty here. Down 5-3. Just to kind of get a little bit of momentum going in our way, and then we take one. Ross just fixing the net down there. It came off in that last play. Woodbury's going to get control of that puck on the wall. Going to move it over behind the net. Got Thielen and Langley out here killing with Knoll and Bartlett. So leave them up top there. Good save there from Sterling to save it out. And Langley's going to come down the ice now. Short-handed, so he doesn't have a ton of options. He's going to move it back out. Bartlett's under a lot of pressure there. Move it back out to Bartlett. Bartlett's kind of surprised he got that puck, and now Woodbury's going to come down 3-on-1 shot. Save from Sterling. Steers it wide. Woodbury's going to move it up top again, over to the right side behind the net. Looks like there's pretty much their setup is to get that puck up to the D and crash the net. Pick it up behind the net. Woodbury still controlling it. 41 seconds left on that power play. They settle that down, move it over, down low again. The guy charges through, gets a shot off, and this. Yeah, we got to get that whistle there. Coach Letters said the same thing too. Clear him out of there. It's just kind of a. Woodbury's going to go to the net. That puck's going to sit there loose, and if we're not covering that thing up, and the goalie looks like he doesn't know where it is, they're just going to keep digging. Which they have right to do that. We got to get that guy out of there. I understand the guys don't want to take penalties there, but somebody's going to be digging on your goalie like that. You got to clear him out. It's like Thielen and Langley out there now. It's the same D pair, Knoll and Bartlett. Good stick from Bartlett, break up that play. Woodbury's going to try to set up off the wall again with that quick little give and go off the wall. They move it back down low and try to cut through, and goes up the middle of Langley. He's going to beat the guy around the outside. Again, not having a whole much options, being short-handed for his own entry there. He just kind of gets it in the corner. Now we get Leathers back on the ice, so which falls clearly offside. You could probably see that from the camera on that, and just waves it. But PriorLake's going to grab that puck, and Leathers going to move it through the neutral zone now. He's got Langley charging down the middle. Tries to move it over to him, and a little bit late on that. D get a change real quick, so we got Norgren and Woolley out there on the ice, and to pick up that guy up top. Good job by Woolley to stay on him. Keep on those guys, keep that pressure on. Norgren now digging behind the net, just get around the guy. Woodbury still keeps that puck, gets control, but they're going to run it down low and try to get up top. Again, that guy just walks right in on his own short side. Good shot from the guy, but if we let him just walk out of that corner like that and tight, he's going to shelf it right up on Sterling like he did. He's up in that spot right above his right shoulder, and now the game is 6-3. Too much time and space down there in the D zone. I think we're kind of sitting back on our heels a little bit. Not everybody, but kind of sit back on our heels a little bit and watch instead of getting on that puck and being all over that puck in the D zone trying to get it back. Do a pretty good job of that in the attacking zone, but the D zone is struggling with working to gain possession of that puck and stay on these guys. If you give them space, they're too good. They're too smart with it, and they'll make you pay for it. So Woolley down there battling for the puck in the corner again. Out with Neist over to Stearns. Tries to get control of it. Bounces through. Sorry, that was Volt. Neist now trying to move it up to Stearns and lose control of it crossing the line. Woodbury's going to chip that puck down. It's not quite going to. It might make it for icing. It does make it. So get the whistle, and face-off's going to be down in the Woodbury D zone now. PriorLake's going to change their lines up, and Leathers going out there now with Dahl and Dom. D Antilla on D with Berryman. 2:14 left in the second period. Nice for PriorLake to see if they can make a little push here and get this game back within a couple goals here by the end of the second period. Would be good. Woodbury's going to come up out of their zone and move it up. Gain the line here. Berryman doing a good job pushing the outside, blocks that shot, takes control of it. He's looking to move it up to the middle. He does find Dom right in the middle. Nice little area pass to him. Dom tries to dangle around the guy and gets it taken away. Woodbury coming in the zone again. That cuts to the middle. Looking for a shot. Good block again by Berryman. It's kind of barreled over by their guy, and this is where it would be interesting to see. We need to come out with this puck in those battles in the D zone. Leathers comes out with it. Kind of puck bouncing around, trying to settle it down, moves it up the Dahl. At least the zone is gained, and PriorLake's able to get at least one of their forwards off. So Stearns in there on the wall, tries to grab it, move it over to Dom. Dom takes a shot, and goalie saves it, glove side. It's not that the effort is not there from the boys, it's just cleaning up that D zone a little bit. And a couple goals from Woodbury, you can see they're just trying to move that puck down low and walk out of that side, just get in there tight and sneak them in. Woodbury tries to move it up on the breakout, kind of hits a piece of ice, and PriorLake's able to get it and try to move it over, but just missed pass. Back to Noel, over to Bartlett. Bartlett's going to get control of it and move it up. Over to PriorLake, gains the zone there, but Woodbury gets it out. Got under a minute left in the second period now. Going to move it over to Thielen. Can't quite control it. Woodbury chips in the zone now. 48 left in the period. Noel over to Bartlett. Bartlett's going to move it up to Langley. Langley gets it to Stern, so he comes through the neutral zone with some speed, which you like. Drop back to Thielen. Then tries one extra pass to Langley. A shot there. Good. Woodbury coming down through our neutral zone. Coming to get pushed to the outside. 27 seconds left. This so we cannot let them just come out untouched like that. Puck's still loose. Just shot on goal, and Sterling can't quite handle it. Drop there, and it's still just loose down there. We got away with one on that one. That ref thought that we had it. Sometimes you get those calls. .22 seconds left in the period. They're just going to try to push it to the net. Get a shot off here. 18 seconds left to get it out front. It goes off the Woodbury guy's skate and in the net. So that's the way to kind of don't get those bounces sometimes, They just put it out front, and that's their goal. You can tell with 18 seconds left in the period that all they're trying to do is push that puck to the front of the net and get something. It's 7-3 now. Unfortunately, the second period has not gone really in the Lakers' favor here. Couple not so great calls, and just like I said, the game kind of changes from a mental standpoint. Down by 4 goals now. Not like we can't come back from the deficit, but we really got to turn it on here now. There's 6 seconds left in the period. Woolley's just going to chip it out of the zone, and we're going to get the buzzer here and get through this one. I guess it's still
Test 1, 2, 3.
All right, so start of the third period here, 7-3. Lakers are down, so need a big push from the guys right out of the gate here. At least in tournament play, you're not going to have the hour clock end the game like you do in league play. Good stick from Thielen there, break up that play, and tries to get it out. Woolley over there digging on the wall. Woodbury guy walking out right from that side again, trying to push it in on that strong side. Good no call from the ref there in that trip. Woodbury's going to take the puck, move it back down to the guy who lost his stick down there, but Thielen's on him, moves it up to Leathers. Leathers got some speed. The D's that turned around. Refs in not the best spot, but it is what it is. He's out on the ice too when that happens. So Langley's going to pick it up, get it chipped off the stick, and moves it out of his zone. He's going to have to go and regroup over to Bartlett. Pops over his stick. He's chipped it back up to Langley again, and another missed pass there that Woodbury picks it up and comes in our zone. Bartlett behind the net. Looking for Thielen on that far side. Tries to hit him. It does bounce over that spot again. There must be a couple of spots on the ice. The puck seems to hop over a little bit. Good stick from Bartlett to break up that play. Moves up to Leathers, and Woodbury's able to keep in the zone, though. Like I said, a little bit too much floating kind of by guys, and instead of getting right through their hands and playing a little more aggressive on them in our D zone, that would help get through these guys. We're stronger. We're bigger. Noel's going to pick up the puck down net. Nice use of the net to get away from that guy. Move it up to Thielen. It missed to a neutral zone, so now Woodbury grabs it again and moving up through the neutral zone towards our end. We'll take that puck back and try to regroup it. Goes to Bartlett, back to Noel, back to Bartlett again. Got to move that puck up and out of the zone here. Good play by Bartlett just to get that out. We can get our D change there and take that icing there. Sometimes you just got to get the puck out of the zone and take that icing so you can get your line change and reset again. The Stern's down there now. Looks like with Neist and Bolt and D are Berryman and Antilla. Berryman's going to pick up the puck behind the net, move it up to Bolt. Bolt's looking for Stearns. The pass a little off, but he's able to get it up to Neist. Tries to dangle around the guy. Can't quite get through that area. A little miscommunication by the Lakers now. Stearns is able to grab it and get it down low and going on that forecheck. There's some angles there. You got to take that guy out, get a body on that guy. And Woodbury comes up out of their zone clean. They're going to think that looked like it was offside, but I started to call it, so now he's calling something. I don't know what he's calling. It looks like the net's off or something, so get a whistle, and we're going to keep the face off inside, I think. PriorLake's going to change lines again. See if they can get fresh legs out here and get something going. Kind of sitting back a little bit here for the last period pretty much and see if we can get something going here again. It's tough, though, when you're up against, like we talked about before, that 5-on-3. It kind of just ends up killing you a little bit. You got some momentum going your way and whatever, and then something like that happens in the game, and it just kind of changes, later on the outcome of the game. So got to play through it, though, and battle through it. So, which we can do. We scored 2 goals in a matter of less than a minute's time. We can do that again and get ourselves back in this game again. So PriorLake over here, Woolley with the puck, patient with it, moves it over to the other side where there's no pressure. Leather's going to pick it up over the corner and try to move it back to Woolley. Goes off the net. Now we're battling for it. Nordgren grabs it, moves it up to, looks like Dom over there is able to get it up to Dahl. Trying to get it to Dahl, just a little too far from Dahl on the forecheck. Woodbury's just going to chip it up through and come down in the attack again. Good play there by Nordgren to break up that play, and Woolley going to go over there in the battle now too. Move it up to Woodbury's D. They go D to D. Guy's got some room here to walk. He's looking for that weak side. Good play broken up by Nordgren to block that. Now they're coming with that play again, that same play. Move the puck behind the net, and Sterling moves over to the side, thinking it's going to come around to stuff it, and he stopped and went back the other way and found that guy wide open in front, and they bury it. Good heads-up play by the Woodbury guy. We're just not on him fast enough. No, it's 8-3 with 10 minutes left in the period. Looks like almost so far. We'll see if the Lakers can step it up here a little bit and get a couple goals. Get this game back to a hockey game that's a little closer here. Bartlett battling with the guy to take the puck away. Woodbury guy's job of getting it. Bartlett ended up taking it away from him. He's going to come up the ice now. He's got Langley and Thielen with him too. Gets it over to Langley. Langley tries to find Thielen on the far side. Doesn't quite connect. Langley in there digging for that puck. He's battling over there. Got 3 Woodbury guys around him, so no help allows Woodbury to come out with the puck pretty cleanly. Come up out of their zone. They're looking to get that puck to the middle again, and Thielen's able to pick it up and try to move it up here. Woodbury does a good job in that stick to get that off our guy and come back in the zone. on our end. We'll pull back from the Woodbury guy, shoots, gets deflected. Took that funny bounce off the Zamdo over there. And Leather's not able to handle it after a weird bounce, but he does get it back. He's battling, moves it up off the stick, and again, just kind of a play where we keep trying to come up through the neutral zone, and Woodbury's just breaking those plays up. They're just kind of all over us. Volpe on the attack there. Woodbury guy comes through. Good job of Max Neese using his body there to bump that guy off, and it causes Woodbury to be offside there. 8:20 left in the game. It's 8-3. Woodbury's up. The Leather's out there now with Volpe and Neese. And Neese going to try to carry it in there and get through the guys. He does still with the puck in his stick, takes a shot, a tough angle, and Woodbury covers it up, and Volpe kind of going in there and wasn't real happy about something that the guy did. What's that? Oh, yeah, it is running time. I didn't realize unless they just forgot to stop. Is it running time at 5 goals in the third? Mark just noted that, too, that the clock is running. We'll check and see if it's next stoppage, if that's where we get that one. If that's tournament rule, that 5 goals in the third is running time. So 8-3, the Lakers are down now. 7:10 left in the period, and it is running time until they probably get that back to a 4-goal difference. Field moves it over to Berryman. Berryman chip it in the zone. Woodbury's going to be the first one there, and they're going to get it up out of their zone. Into the neutral zone. Being with it, looking to regroup that puck and moving through. He's got some room up the middle, makes a nice move around the guy, a couple good reaches, and he's coming in right down the middle, gets a shot off. Woodbury guy just gets his stick on to break it up a little bit. Langley coming up top again. He's going to exchange with Berryman down there. Berryman had a tough time getting the handle on it. 2 guys on him and moves it down to Thielen. He's going to take a shot from the outside. Woodbury kind of chips it over to the outside again, and now he's going to grab the puck and he's trying to get shots off, whatever, but it just keeps getting kind of blocked by the Woodbury guys. And they're going to grab the puck now, too, and come around. There's a slashing penalty that's going to get called on Woodbury here. Taking both of them or not. Looks like he's going to take both of them. So this is probably our 4th set of coincidental minors in the game. Seems like the refs don't really call the first one, and then somebody retaliates and they call them both. Might work in youth hockey, but doesn't really do much for your game management. Just going to continue to have players just doing stuff if you keep bringing them both in the box. Got to get that first guy. Yep. Woodbury takes the puck. 5:35 left in the game now, running time. They come up through the neutral zone here. And good speed coming through for them. They get a shot. Graham makes a save over there. And PriorLake's going to come up through, and Dahl's going to get a chance here now, too. He's beating the guy. Good battle there from Woodbury guy to use his body and stick, and makes a nice move to get around the guy there, and they're going to take it back now. Look to regroup it. Coming right up the middle there. Woodbury moves it across again. Good stick there from Woolley to break up that guy from being able to. Stearns picks it up on the side, just throws it to the middle and gets picked off by Woodbury guy. And move it over to the side again, just kind of throwing it around a little bit right now. Down by 5 goals and 4:44 left in the game. And this is what happened to the guys last time they played Woodbury, and they just kind of end up giving up a little bit. So hopefully that doesn't happen. We've got to keep playing. Good stick there from Norgren to break that play up and moves it up to Volpe, and moves it up to Thielen. Volpe's going hard to the net if he can get it back from there. Thielen looks across. Good look over there to Langley. Langley takes a shot. Volpe gets knocked down in front. And you got Lakers over there in the corner digging it out of there. Thielen over there and kind of taken away by the Woodbury guy. And they come down on a 3-on-2 now. Really good stick there from Bartlett to just kind of break up that play before Woodbury could cleanly cross the line. Good job. Our forwards come back. Thielen does a really nice job of coming through there. getting it over to Langley, and Langley gets it taken off his stick, and here we go again. Woodbury's just going to come down through, breaking that up and coming right back at us again. It's that transition game they have. PriorLake, Bartlett moves it up to Langley. Langley's going to try to move it over. I think Volpe was going to go for a change, gets it back to him, and they're going to call that tripping. It's just like, what? Even though it's those calls, it goes our way on that one, but it's like, ugh. Guy falls down, arm goes up. Confusion about the lineup here. We got too many guys on the ice before we drop the puck, so confusion with the refs and procedure here. It's running time, so timekeeper's trying to tell him that he's got the time up and it'll go up as soon as the puck goes down. Bartlett, good read there to pick that play off and trying to come right up the gut. Almost does. It gets it over to Dahl. Dahl's going to try to move it over. It almost goes off the Woodbury guy sticking in. Woodbury takes the puck and going to try to clear, but Leathers is there, looking in front for Dahl. And the play gets broken up there. It's just 2:24 left in the game here. 8-3, Woodbury. Reaching. Woodbury dumps it in down low. We got 2 minutes left in the game here. 8-3 Woodbury. Just at this point, want to keep the guys disciplined and make sure they just keep playing smart and keep going to the end. Bartlett's going to come up the middle here with the puck. He's got a little bit of ice to take, so he's kind of backing up. He's probably going to come and try to get around him, which he does. Coming around. Oh, a nice play by Bartlett. Comes around the net, uses that stick and that reach, just like stuff it in on the goalie there. Good play by Bartlett. We got Bartlett does a good job of reading that and come up the ice and seeing that he's got ice and taking it and going around the outside. And he's got that 6-foot stick. He comes around with it and stuffs it on the goalie. So 8-4 now, brings it back to stop time. There's 1:38 left in the game, so down by 4 goals. Thielen chips it in. Wolf on the forecheck. Stearns over there, and Woodbury comes up through his own good stick there from Barry, and then Stearns is going to pick it up and come through here and try to get around the guy on the outside. See if he can drive into the net and throws it in front. And goalie just makes a save there, so again, Wolf coming in there, give a little poke, and the Woodbury guys are not real thrilled about that. The refs are just going to stand there and watch them. You guys watching a little too much NHL hockey. So they bring the face off down low and try to move it behind the net. Woodbury takes the puck and coming up out of their zone. Thielen out there too now. Back check, gets a stick on him. Gets back to Antilla. Woodbury ends up getting control of the puck down in our zone. Oh, they move it over. Antilla kind of holding on the puck there. He gets held up a little bit. No call there. Woodbury gets it, and he's going to try to take the puck and take it straight to the hole. .44 seconds left in the game. 8-4 Woodbury. Yeah, PriorLake, we come out in this game and they came out ready to play, so you got to give them that, and like I said, then you just have some adversity in the middle of the game there, and let's say that 5-on-3 kind of killed us there and changes the game, end up being, in the game and then down by a couple goals by the time that power play was done and haven't been able to recover from that. So Woodbury coming down, gets it, Woolley makes a good play there on the puck. Dom coming in, gives the guy a little bump. Again, Woolley battling for the puck. It's only 19 seconds left in the game, so he's just going to pin the puck along the wall pretty much and kill time here. Woodbury guy tries to move it out front. He's going to try to carry it right to the hole again. There's all digging, and this is where a lot of traffic in front, a lot of battles right on the goalies in this game. Kind of started from the beginning with Woodbury coming in and poking at him, poking at Graham all the time with the puck. And like I said, at some point, you got to send a message to the team that they're not going to get away with that. 9 seconds left in the game here. Just put the puck down. Mother's going to grab it over there and move it up through, and hopefully they wave this icing off. 2 seconds left. So that'll do it. 8-4. Woodbury wins the game. Lakers take their first loss in the tournament. They're 1-1 now, and they will be playing to be determined who we're playing later. But I believe the game is at 8:30 tonight now. So, yeah, signing off at the Rochester Big Pumpkin.